What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jacob Eason and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little. Bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most.
Brought down by Anthony Walker.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Got a man. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
At the Colts' 8-yard line.
A first win now for Darrington Evans. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for him.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense making their way out, and it is Jacob Eason from Washington at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 13 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 21. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
5 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts nothing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff to Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
At the 9-yard.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay up.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 1st down, Eason. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10. Eason. Open man is Trey Burton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run here with Mack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it'll be Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And the Titans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill throwing again. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's caught. Humphreys. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard gain on the play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Tannehill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Eason. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Humphreys. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. So they trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Taylor. That's good for a Colt.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Eason. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First and 10, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25 yards.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Intended for
the throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on the play.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of...
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Derrick Henry.
The Colts' leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 38. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A gain of 6 yards.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here, you're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now.
39 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to Taylor on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might have wiggled out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Humphries. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Tannehill on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Tennessee.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Tannehill throwing complete there to Humphries. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And in 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go!
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They'll run for it with Henry. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
He's brought down at the
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there on a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look